The goal of today's tour was to give island leaders a better sense of what assets GovGuam could get if the transfer of Fena Lake and the water treatment plant does occur.
Completely open to any questions. We be transparent with you on this. We have no ulterior motives. We're not trying to sell you anything.
The transfer of Fena has been at the center of controversy because the U.S. Congress passed provisions that would require Fena Lake to be sold to GovGuam at an estimated cost of $300 million. This is something that both local lawmakers and the governor have protested, but it's also something that the Navy says they had nothing to do with.
The Department of Defense makes concerns known, and then Congress does what Congress does. And I think the reason the words in the NDAA to authorize the Secretary of Defense to transfer the land is because of Congresswoman Dalio pushed that in there. As far as the clause about payment, my understanding, and to my knowledge, nobody ever asked us what we thought about anything.
I wasn't thinking of payment. I was thinking of the authorization.
I think the tag about payment was put in by staffers.
In fact, the Navy doesn't appear to want to let go of Fena Lake at all, as it is an important asset that Rear Admiral Bouchong says is critical to their mission.
A statement made earlier was, hey, the Navy just needs to declare this excess and transfer it to government of Guam. We rely on this water as mission critical every day. There is no way, no how could I ever say that this source of water is excess to our needs. I mean, we need it for our ships, for submarines, and we need it for the families and the military members that live here. And quite honestly, we need it for the civilian population.
The spirit of the law is that this will be transferred to the civilian government, but now we need to make sure that we give those guarantees as well, that in order for the federal government and the military to ensure that their mission is met, is that we ensure that the quality of this water, that there will be no disruption, and hopefully an improvement in that quality if and when this transfer occurs.
Captain Peter Lynch also brought up the fact that the entire Fena Lake complex is surrounded by the Naval Magazine, which is a munitions storage area. Fena Lake is in the explosive arc of the munitions, which is why the Navy says transferring it would be difficult for safety reasons. Legislative Chairman on Utilities, Senator Tom Atta, says the turnover is definitely more complex than the turnover of the Guam Power Authority, but he believes it is still feasible.
I think anything is feasible if you work hard enough at it. They're probably, in the case of Fena, because of the other delicate issues that's involved with it, the magazine, there may be more constraints that may be involved. But for me right now, sure, ownership is important, but probably more important for me is the collaborative working relationship to make sure that the needs of the island is being met by the two water producers.